Hello friends, I hope you guys are doing well and you're enjoying the season. Come with me as we add some of these gorgeous perennials in the garden. So I would have shared these with you in another video. These are my clearance plant haul from Lowe's. So I'll go over these real quick with you. But we have cherry truffle Heuchera from Proven Winners, and this will get 8 to 10 inches tall. And it's hardy from zones 4 through 9, and you guys know how much I love my Heuchera, just love them. So I picked up 2 of these, so I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna put them in the garden. And over here we have rustic Rudbeckia. You know I'm collecting Rudbeckia this year, just loving them. They have a lot of them in different varieties. So these will get 12 to 16 inches tall, and they're not hardy in zones 1 to 4. Look at the blooms on here, friends, so pretty. So I got 2 of them. I was surprised when I found these at Lowe's because they're very, I would say, hard to find at the garden centers. Normally they have this large container like in August for like $25, and this year they came in these sizes and they're much more affordable, and these were 2 for $10. Very unique find. And then also found echinacea 2 for $10, which is very unusual. You guys know how much I love echinacea, and I have a lot of them in the garden. So these ones are the white. These are the powwow white echinacea. I think I have the powwow pink echinacea also. And these will bloom summer into fall. Great perennial to have in your garden. If you don't have echinacea, you must get them. They're also pollinator attractor. They're strong. They're drought tolerant. They're heat tolerant. They're amazing. And these will get 16 to 20 inches tall and 12 to 16 inches wide. So I got 2 of those to add to my collection. And what else did I get? Oh, and over here, friends, I have the Serendipity Allium from Proven Winners right there. This is what this is gonna look like, and I went in details, as I said to you guys, in another video with these. Yes, friends, so I'm very excited about these. And these bloom mid to late summer, and they get 15 to 20 inches tall, and they're hardy in zones 4 through 8. I'm in zone 6B, 7A in Pennsylvania. If this is your first time, special welcome. And if you're coming back, special welcome back. You guys don't have to put my speech in there for you. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put these 2 guys in the rose garden, because you know with roses they always attract bugs and aphids and all of that. So this will be a good pest controller for the roses. That's my thought behind this. I think we're gonna put these in the rose garden, just those 2. And of course I'm probably gonna tuck these in the pollinator bed. And then these I want to put right behind me here, along here. I want to tuck them in there. Oops, and I forget one here. I have this one in here. This guy I got from Walmart. This was $5.98. And this one is a Carnival cinnamon stick Coreopsis. Let's see how big this will get. And this will get 10 to 12 inches tall, and it's hardy from zones 4 through 9. So I have 3 of them. Looks like the snail was getting the leaves, but that's okay. So I have my bear trap to put out, but it's been raining, so I think I'm gonna wait until it stops rain and put it out, because now is the time when the snails love to come out, right after it rains and it's all wet. So the idea behind these Heuchera, I'm thinking, let's go over here. So I have one here and one here. These are the Purple Place or Purple Palace. I don't know. Is that what it's called? Purple Place or Purple Palace? Coreopsis. These were as small as this, and they got big, okay? So I'm thinking I want to tuck the 3 in here. One here. I'm going to move you, Mr. Froggy. And then one right behind here. Let's go around here. Right there. That's, I think I'm gonna do there with the Coreopsis, because they stay like this in the winter. They do not die back. The color stays like this, and it's just having that color in the garden. And once again, I've been saying this, I'm trying to create a perennial garden. Yes, of course, in my containers I still probably have to get 1 or 2 petunias or annuals, but I'm trying to create that. And then this guy is an annual. We're gonna put this in a pot somewhere. And then we have the Creeping Jenny, which I went into details with you guys. So I'll put this somewhere in a pot. So let me get set up here, then I'll show you what I will be doing with these. Alright friends, so I just dug these 2 holes over here. This is the rose garden area. So one is here behind the peony and the other one is here, friends. I think I'm gonna put the alliums in here, these guys. As I said, it will help with the insect control for the roses. However, I wanted to put one over here where I have these roses, just to be fair to each side. But I'm not sure if I have space, but that's okay. I'll just put them in the other corner and I could find something else to put in here. And then we also going to elevate these beautiful urn off the ground. I got these pavers from Lowe's. And friends, guess what I have in here? These are calendula seeds. Yes, they're supposed to be like marigold or marigold, however you pronounce that, to help with insect control. So I put some in there. And over here I have, look at them. They look so good and healthy. So I'm gonna put a paver also in the center here to elevate the urn, and let's get these alliums in the ground. All right friends, and look at the root ball in here. Friends, you will not believe, well, I shouldn't say that, but it smells like onions. Oh my goodness, you should smell it. That's why I think it will be a great companion for the roses. Just like we have our salvia, right? Great for the roses. You should smell this. I just can't believe it. So what I'm just doing here, I'm just teasing the roots and then just gonna put it in the ground, and that's it. Gosh, you should smell this, friends. I think I'm just gonna probably drop this somewhere. Let's do that over there by the rose and just leave it in the garden like that, because it is so strong. It really is. So let's get this let's get this allium in the ground. All right friends, I found placements for these Coreopsis. So I have one there, and then this one is gonna go right in the center there, and then the other one at the end. And then I'll just have to readjust my planters. Where am I gonna put them, right? So let's get these guys in the ground. All right friends, and I want to show this to you with your Heuchera. Whenever you plant them, treat them like strawberries. Only plant them as you would with any plant, right? Plant it to where it was in the container. But with these specifically, you have to treat them like strawberries. Don't go covering up here, okay? I'll show you what I mean. And I want to show you something. Remember I told you I got these from the clearance section, and it was so saturated, it was like wet. Look at this. They are wet, okay? So there's no need for me to dig a hole this deep to bury this, because right here, see that? There's not even much roots on there. If you look at that closely, look at that, friends. See this? It's just extra dirt. So I'm gonna put this in the ground and show you how I plant my Coreopsis. Exactly this level it is in the pot. You will plant any plants, but these you want to be careful not to bury the crown of the plant, okay? That will suffocate the plant. And look at that, I'm trying to pick it up and it's like falling apart. That's how wet it is. Normally those plants are normally dehydrated. These are like really watered. Anyway, so that's how I plant it. Then I'm just gonna add some soil around there, take my hand and press on it to make it firm, and that's it. All right friends, another great perennial to have in your garden is Coreopsis. They have them in all different kinds. These are from Lowe's. These are the 1 quart, and this one is the sun-kissed Coreopsis. And this will get 12 to 14 inches tall and 14 to 16 inches wide. So I'm gonna dot them right in here. As I said to you before, I'm trying to avoid annuals. Normally I would tuck some impatiens in between here, but I'm just gonna tuck these Coreopsis here. They have nice little spot in the front I can put them. Friends, I'm at the front by the pollinator garden bed and I'm trying to find a spot to put these new Rudbeckia at, and I'm like, I don't have any space. I mean, I do have space. I just might have to move some of the black-eyed Susans I have over here. Here we are. So right, this whole spot, this is all black-eyed Susans, and we do know they do get very crowded at the end of summer into fall. So normally I would dig them out, Give them away, and friends, they multiply. I would say black eye Susan spreads, but in a good way. They're not invasive because they're pollinator flower, and who doesn't want any more of these in their garden? So I'm gonna dig some out and put them over by the tree over there, because this is the only spot I put black eye Susans, but it is what it is. So I have a clump here I can take out, and maybe somewhere over there too, and put them by the tree over there. As I said, they do multiply. So this was just 3 plants in here when I started this pollinator garden bed, and just look at it, right? And last year I dug out a lot of it, and it just multiplied. So that's why we're gonna put these beautiful Rudbeckia that we have here. So pretty. Can't wait to see the different yellows and just the collection of Rudbeckia come together when they start to bloom. All right, friends, let's get these guys in the ground. All right, friends, and over here we have the Coreopsis. So I decided to put them underneath this fire and ice hydrangea, and the lily is already opening. So I definitely have to give you guys another backyard tour, because these plants are opening and they're becoming spent bloom, and I don't even know when it happens. So I'm trying to keep up with my videos with you guys. Anyway, so here we have the Coreopsis there from the clearance section at Lowe's, and you can see we have new buds in there. And then over here is the other one. There's 3 of them. And friends, it's been raining. Yes, I put a container here to collect some water so I can reuse it in the garden. Anyway, so here's the other one also. I have to come out and do some deadheading. And friends, I finally cleaned off my patio. I'm telling you, I'm so happy about it. And I did power wash it, but I didn't record it. So everything is looking fresh and clean out here. And don't get me started, I got 2 more containers. Look at these, friends. I went to Home Depot and they had these, and they're plastic, but they're so heavy. I love them so much. They remind me of these I got from Sam's Club. They're plastic, but it says they are weather resistant, and they're almost 22 inches in diameter, friends. And they said they're supposed to be $40, but they have a Father's Day special going on. They're only $19. Look at that. Do you see that? That's how huge it is. And this brand is really good, Vigoro. I have some plastic containers from them. Not some. I have 2 containers from them. I'll show you in a second. And I left them outside in the winter, and they did not crack or anything. So that's why I'm trusting this brand, because right here it says weather resistant. And when I went online and did some research, it got like almost 5 stars. And online it says it resists the cold. So I think I'm gonna put these down by my veggie bed down here. Let me show you right over there. I think it will match those Vigo garden beds really well. Like 1 there and 1 there. That's what I'm thinking. And just plant flowers in there. I don't know what I'm gonna put in them as yet. I just had to grab them while they had them. Oh, and friends, and just to let you know, with Home Depot, I asked the cashier, I said, what if winter comes, spring comes next year, and they have crack in them? She said, no worries, keep your receipt 1 year to return the product. So that's good at least, right? But I don't think they will crack based upon I've used the brand before, but we'll see. Just a side note there for you, if you're looking for Father's Day gift, or you're just looking for large planters for your garden, check out Home Depot. These are from Sam's Club last year, but they say they don't have any like this one. They have, I don't know if it's the same brand, but I feel like this one, I just enjoy it. And this is the second year here. And always elevate your planters when you leave them outside to prevent the water settling to the bottom to crack and stuff like that. So check out Home Depot. They were $19.98. Good price, good brand. Anyway, friends, so here we have the Coreopsis. I took 3 in here. So I had to move these guys back so that way you can actually see it. So I have 1 there. And then 1 here by Mr. Froggy. And then I have another one here, yes. And once again, these were from the clearance section at Lowe's. And look at that. Just some pop of the reddy color behind here. I think it looks so pretty. And then 1 here over here again. I can give you a look. Alright, friends. So let me show you the Serendipity Aliums. Friends, it's been raining. I'm so excited about it because you know the plants need the water, and we've been having like 80 something degrees. Anyway, so it's been, I would say maybe a week or so since I've planted these, And here we are, you could see nice buds on there. Can't wait for them to open. And look at my ranunculus, they're coming out. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is why I love to come out in the garden every day. Look at my echinacea already opening. I have to come out and do some deadheading over here. And here we have the other one, looking good also. All right, friends, let me take you in the front, and I want to show you the other plants that we planted together. All right, friends, welcome to the front, and let's find those we planted. And here's the Rudbeckia we planted together. Look at that, it's looking so good already. I can't wait for all of them to open up and just see the different colors in there. Oh, look at this butterfly, friends. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Look at there, see? It was in here. My pollinator garden bed. I'm sorry, they stubby butterfly. And then, where's the other one? Here it is. And here's the other one here too, looking so good. Once again, friends, the lilies are opening, so I really have to give you a tour so you can see all of that. And then let's go over on the other side where we planted the echinacea. Oh my goodness, friends, look in here. I didn't even notice that. Look at that beauty. What is that? A snapdragon? Huh. It's so pretty. And look at the pink colors here. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty, friends. I just love coming out here and seeing all these surprises in the garden. All right, let's come up here. Let me show you the white powwow echinacea. Yeah, so here's the powwow echinacea. The bloom's already opening for us. It's doing so well. Everything is looking well, friends. Everything is looking so good in the garden this year. And here's the other one. So I did one over here and I did one here because this garden bed is very colorful. It reminds me of a toucan bird, so I put some white in there just to balance out all the pretty colors. And looks so pretty. And here again, friends, you see in there more lilies opening. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm gonna definitely do some recording so I can share with you what's blooming out here. So let's go back in the back because the sun is out here. All right, friends, so we're in the back. So I just wanted to share with you where I planted my clearance plants. Yes, I know I get a lot of these plants and I just love to show you where I put them in the garden. And I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll give you another tour as I promised before. I'll give you a clearance plant tour because I want to encourage you guys that you can find clearance plant at the garden centers, or you can even create a beautiful garden from seeds. You don't have to spend $30 on a shrub or $12 on a plant. Anyway, friends, so everything is looking so good. I hope you guys are doing well. And if this is your first time, special welcome to you. Welcome my new friends, and welcome back my existing friends. Thank you guys so much for being here as always. I appreciate all of you. And I hope you guys are doing well and you're enjoying what's left of the spring season, right? So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care of yourselves now. Cheers.